Gray. Welcome to another episode of Grayscale Painting. We're going to do a double panel floral. This is two 10 by 10 square panel pieces. All right, I'm going to just use for the back. I didn't coat it or anything. It's dry right off. Just unwrapped it and taped it up there. We're going to get some water. Okay, because we're going to start right off with it here. A little bit of water. I got my customary 2-inch brush here. I'm going into a little bit of orange. And we're just going to lighten up the center part here. Just water and paint. Okay, no glycerin or anything, just the water and the paint. We're just going to coat a nice little background, center background there. Okay, don't worry about the streaks or anything. It's okay. Basically, we're just coating the thing off there. Okay, that should be good. All right, I'm going to get a little bit of red, just a little touch of red on the corner of the brush. Little cad red, and just up in the corners. I'm going to kind of surround that orange a little bit, or with the red, and we'll blend it all together. So don't worry about that. Just a little corner of red, because red is a very powerful color. Okay, don't worry about stuff leaking down on your board and everything. We'll wipe that up. It's no big deal. Some of the red goes up into the orange a little bit. It's okay, but I just want to kind of center the orange just a tad. I'm not going to show the other palette down there, so I'll describe the colors a little bit later, a couple seconds or so. Water and paint. All right, I'll take a soft brush and we'll blend all that together. Soft, very soft circular strokes. I want to keep the orange pretty much confined to the center. So where you see the red, I'm just softly blending the red and the orange together. Very soft, extremely soft, very wispy. Try not to be heavy-handed during this process anyway. Try not to be. I wipe off the excess and just keep going. Remember, this is a background color. Okay, then I'll go slightly down here on the edges and just circle. Just be very, very light with the brush, because you will have a tendency to press a little hard. Okay, I'll try to keep my head out of the way. I know I'm at a strange angle here. This is where the 3 hairs and some air would come in. Lovely. Now, there's going to be some spots that are a little darker than others. That's fine. The randomness of the pattern is what's going to give you your interest. Now, it looks like a nice fiery sky. Looks like this would make a great background for some mountains and trees. Oh, actually. Okay, I'm wiping off the brush. And then I go back into my orange, whiter circles, very light. Just blend it all in there. We're going to do a lost and found method for leaves on this one. Like I said, this is just the background. And remember, no glycerin, this is all water, so it's going to dry rather quickly, depending on how warm your room is. Okay. So I'm just blending, softly blending away any really strong streaks. I want to keep it relatively smooth. Pretty much what you're looking at right now. If you don't like red and orange, then you do any other color. I'm just showing you the technique. All right, it's starting to dry, which is a good thing there. Like I say, it's just water and acrylic paint. I use a heavy body acrylic paint. Okay, so I've pretty much did the overall type of background. I might not darken the edges, might not need to do all of that, but let's take a smaller brush. We'll take, as a matter of fact, maybe I'll take this brush this. I don't think I should do the brush. All right, it's nothing but it's just a soft makeup brush. Okay, I got to coat it with water. All right, we're gonna take a little bit of water. I'm gonna go into a little bit of my phthalo blue since I don't have any green paint. A little phthalo and a little bit of yellow will do the trick. I keep the green a little bit on the dark side. And basically now it's got water in it. And basically we'll just start doing things like this. Now remember, this has got water in it. Okay. I don't have to perfectly put them in there. This is just going to surround this, you know, where the roses are going to be. And I'm going to really concentrate on keeping it fairly deep, fairly dark. So I'm just mixing the phthalo blue and the cad yellow together. I'll bring some right down here to the edge. Lost and found leaves. You'll see. I'll come up here like this. Continue it on. Come up top here. Just various places. Just like that. I don't have to necessarily. I'm just getting a little more blue. Just gonna deepen the green a little bit here. Remember, I'm just using yellow. Yellow and phthalo blue, and just I have it come out here like this and come out up here just like that. So just random patterns of green there. I know it looks kind of crazy, just like that. Get a little darker there, and we're gonna mess around with all of this green pattern. Lost and found leaves. Okay, just like that. Looks crazy. Yes, I know. I'm just rinsing off the brush a little bit. Dry it off. And maybe in certain areas we can kind of maybe fade some of that in there. Maybe even back here we'll just kind of wisp some of those edges out a little bit. One of the advantages of water is that you can kind of soften up edges a little. It all depends. It's up to you. Like I say, some of this is drying up, so it's just the randomness of it. So have no fear. It's okay. Have no fear. Let's do it. Just soften up some of the edges there. You don't have to do it at all if you don't want to. That's the beauty of art. Whatever you feel will work for you, run with it. Whatever you think doesn't work, don't do it. Up to you. Really, up to you. Okay. And we're going to do our lost and found leaves. Okay. And here we go. So let's start up here somewhere. And I'm just going to put random patterns of leaves in there. Just like you see me doing here. Okay. Just like that. And I'll pop in somewhere like that. And just like that. We're going to do a slew of those in every direction. Okay, let's go here. It's okay where you will put them. Okay, it just remember, make the leaves a little darker than your background, just a little bit. It'll bleed in together. All right, I'm just getting another little dab of water. Just keep in mind, just keep the leaves a little darker. That's all. I don't have to paint full leaves. Okay, you'll see as we go along here. I'm gonna put a number of them in there, anywhere, everywhere, really. Just wherever you feel you want them. You can put full ones in there, half leaves, doesn't matter at this point. All right, we're going to start highlighting them a little bit later after we kind of fill up the page with them. Okay. And I'm particularly using, the little line method there. All right, you don't have to. Whatever kind of floats your boat there. Okay. Just like that. No glycerin, just water and the paint itself. Reason why is that I want it to dry little quicker. That's all. And it's also good practice for you to do your leaves if you're kind of rusty on them. Here's more than enough practice right here. Okay, more than enough. It's going to give the impression of a bunch of leaves even more than what you're painting. Okay, your eye will mix all of this together. And you're not totally killing your background, not all of it. Just like so. Getting a little more water. Moving my brush back and forth. Okay. That's it. Kind of stuff like that there. And we're going to do it that way too. Just keep the paint a little darker than your background. Okay. Needs a little more water. You can tell when you're running out of water because the paint will start to break on you a little bit. And once again, that's okay, because it just gives the appearance that some of these leaves are in the back there, just hanging out, having a good time enjoying that orange glow in the back there. We'll kind of pop one here, just like that, and we'll kind of give them a little friend there. These are just guys in the background having a little fun. I'm going back into my phthalo blue. I'm going to darken up this green that I already have. Get a little touch of water. I'm not even dipping my brush all the way in the water. That's how light the coloring is, or the structure of the leaves are. Okay. Now, as you're doing this, and you do many of them, some of them you'll notice the highlights when we get to doing that. Some of them you will not. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. And don't rush don't rush it. I'm going a little quickly because I'm accustomed, obviously, to doing these. But if you're not, don't rush it. Don't go as fast as I'm going. Okay. Just learn to paint them, get them right. When I started doing these, I didn't go as fast as I'm doing it now. But as you see, as they come together. Okay. Now you see how all that light stuff back there is giving you the impression that there's more back there than you think. Okay, that's what your eye does for you. Okay. And basically, all I'm doing is just basic shapes. That's all. In whatever pattern, whatever direction you feel it's needed. Okay. I'm just wiping my brush back and forth, just adding leaves. Okay. Just adding them. Just think of them as very decorative fillers. That's all they are. Just fillers right now. We'll add certain highlights to a couple of them. So some of them will appear to just stand out more than the others. Just like in nature. Some stand out a little more than others. And basically, again, I'm just concentrating on really shapes than anything else. Okay, that's all. We'll have a couple go out this way. Some of these will be covered with obviously the roses or whatever. It's okay. You're just right now concentrating on just floral shapes. That's all. Just the shapes right now. So just consider them leafy backgrounds on top of a background. Okay. All right. It will all come together. Trust me. I am going back into my phthalo blue. Gotta make some more paint. Little phthalo blue, a little bit of yellow. Give it that nice deep green. Get me some water. Then the paint. Just a little touch of water. The more water you add, the more transparent these guys will become. So keep that in mind also. Don't be afraid to overlap these guys. Once again, you're thinking of general leaf shapes. That's all. That's all. Let's go up here somewhere. Let's put something here. And pay attention to how I'm doing the strokes. They all look like kite shapes. All right, diamond shape. You know the diamonds you used to draw as a child. You know the little here, the little kite shape. See this little cross shape there? You just fill in the middle a little bit, and then you just see that. It's basically it right there. See that? That's it. Just like that. All right. And you put them anywhere you want, really. If you want to start from the top, and you know, start from the top and get wider as you go on down. And do the same thing here. Get wider, just like that. And you put the center leaf in, just like so. That's how you do it. There's a few ways to do it. Another way is to maybe you want to kind of fill it in first like this, and go fill it in thick, gets narrow, and at the thick end you just kind of see that wide, and it gets more and more narrow. Everything kind of goes to an imaginary point. Okay, but you see all that stuff back here, it just looks like other random leaves, but you really can't tell. But your mind will say, okay, those are just leaves in the background. They're just a little further away, so they're not in focus. All right, you can fool your eyes into doing all sorts of things. Up to you, really. Just getting a little more water, a little more paint. Still the same 1/2-inch brush. We'll have one come maybe right there. Like I say, these are just background shapes for right now. Background leaf shapes. I keep repeating what I'm saying just to let you know. Don't put too much stock in time in them. Just let them flow and happen. Okay, because they're the guys in the background. We'll do a couple. The glow's going to hit a few of them, but not entirely all of them. Because once you put the rolls in, they also have leaves, so you have to make a distinct kind of difference between the ones in the back and then the ones that are attached to the roses themselves. All right. Okay. Believe it or not, that should be about enough that I need. Okay. All right. Let's go on to highlighting just a few of them. All right. Okay. We're going to highlight just a couple. We're going to take a little bit of titanium white. We'll go into this green that we've done. I don't want to make them really too bright. I'm just adding water to the white and green mix. Okay. So we'll highlight a few. Let's start with maybe this guy right here. Press and you lift like an airplane, and as you go towards the tip of the leaf, they get more and more narrow. Okay, follow me? Let's put one right here, just where the glow is, just like that, and add a little center line there. Like I said, we're not going to do too many of them because we got our upcoming leaves coming around. We'll put one here, even though we didn't specify really a leaf there, but you can put one there. Right out of nothingness, there's a leaf. You see how easy it is? All right. We can put one right here, even though there's not one specified. You can just create one. Look at that. Look at that. See how easy that can be done? Okay. I get a little touch of water. Go back into my light green mix. And we'll just start doing some other ones here. Oh, let's give a nice little center one to that guy right there. And we'll just kind of with one there. Okay. Just, you know, here or there. We'll put one right here. It doesn't matter. Get that nice little vein going there. Okay. You see how it all starts to come together? I'm dipping into a little more titanium white into the green that I've already established. I don't want it to be too bright. You know, just enough to know that, you know, some of the light is bouncing off some of these guys. And the strokes are, you know, they're heavy at the edge and they kind of flare out. Okay. Press, drag, and you slowly lift away. Press, drag, lift. Press, drag, lift. The more you get accustomed to it, the quicker you'll be going through some of these fellas. So I'm just looking where I feel the light might hit a few of these. Okay. Going into my titanium white, going back into some of the greens. There's some green that I don't have. Some of the original color green, I made such a big blend of it. I could just go into the dark patch and just work it from there. This fella here, let's keep him dark and just light up these guys. So press, drag, and you lift. Press, drag, lift. Just like that. And we'll get the little glow going there like that. That's all you need. Okay. Let's do something here. Have him come that way and give him a nice little glow. See how you can just create leaves just like that. Just the lost and found method. You just find something that catches your eye. You think it's a leaf there, put it there. Okay, I'm just showing you the technique. What you do with it is, you know, what you will. Okay, get a little peek of something here, and maybe if you want to do it in reverse, do it in reverse. It's like that. Up to you, really. I think I can eke out one more somewhere around here. Maybe we'll have something here come around like that. Just like that, and we'll kind of create a little something there. Okay. All right. I don't think I really have to put any more. I think what I have here is more than adequate enough. All right. Okay. I want to show you something else while we're doing this. Okay. I'm going to get the smallest amount of red. A slight touch of white. I mean very small touch of white. Get some water. Let's get some residual light. Okay. That's why I'm using such a light reddish tone here. Let's go up here. Watch this. We're gonna come here and we're gonna get a nice little peaks of red in there like that. See that? See how taking some of that glow? See this? Yes, you can do this. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Little bits of red in there. Okay, right on the outer periphery, the outer edges. Throw some red up in there. One, it includes this into that background. You follow me? See this? Okay. See how you can easily build this up? All right, let's get a little bit of red, mix it in with this reddish white that I have in here. And it's just, you know, cute little residual things. Let's add some of that right here. Add one in there like that. Let's pop in a few right in here. This guy. We got some over here. Let's go on this side since it's over here. Just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we'll tease a little bit there. I'm just getting a little more red paint so I can kind of emphasize a little stronger. There we go. Just a little bit red in there. You don't have to add and be overbearing with it. Just little hints of that red. All right. Okay. I have enough orange, I believe. We're gonna what we did for the red, we'll do for the orange. Okay, so you know you've got a little bit of orange sneaking around like over here. You want to just add a little bit of that orange in there, just like that. We can come over here. We add a little bit of orange in here. See that? So a little bit of that orange in there. Maybe we can add orange peeking in through here on the other side. Okay, we'll pop some in here like this. Orange is kind of a transparent color, so that green is going to show through when it totally dries, and it's absolutely perfectly fine. All right, remember these are background leaves. All right, but it's catching some of that residual light there. And as you can see, it gives the impression of being more leaves than there actually are. Okay, your eye is doing all the rest of the work for you. Okay. And so I'm just, like I say, orange is a light color, very transparent color. Much like the yellow, very transparent color there. As you can see, I'm just adding them sporadically in different parts. You will see hints of the color. Just a hint. Okay, but it's in there. I don't have to exaggerate the tones at all. Once it dries, it settles into that darker color, so you're perfectly fine. But now you see there's different shades and transitions in these guys, and you see with the background that I've scumbled away there, it just looks like background leaves and stuff just hanging around being cute. Okay, you have to paint smart, not hard. This is a great exercise for you to practice your leaves. All right. Okay, let's take a script liner brush while my mind is on this. I'm gonna wet the script liner. It's a script liner brush here, right there. I'm gonna soak this script liner in plenty of water. Let's go into our blue with the script liner. A little touch of yellow with the script liner. Make a very deep green here. Plenty of water. Plenty of water. Very deep color. Okay. Saturated pretty good. We're going to do some little veins. All right, little vine things come around in here like that. Wrap it around some of these plants. Go around in a circle and just like that. You have to saturate your brush very good for these fellas to show really well. Come on down. Go on top of other leaves. Okay, so you're going to be drenching your script liner in plenty of water, so you get a nice smooth line, and it doesn't really. Let me have it come around here. We'll come get some wiggles right there and come around here just like that. Come on around. All right, you want a nice firm line for these fellas. Just have one loop around. Let's have it come around like that. Come on around here like so. Okay, if you feel your paint itself is getting a little weak, just add more phthalo blue or whatever to get it moving. Let's cover on this side. We're gonna have one come around that one there, come over here, have it just come out around, maybe behind that plant, just have it cross like that. All right, like I say, some of these guys will be covered up more than likely, but that's okay as long as the flow is still there. You're not going to entirely drown out all of your leaves. We'll come around in here like this. Okay, soak that script liner. It's a very, very thin brush. Come on down in here, loop it around like that. All right, I'm going to try to be mindful of my head being in the way. Sorry. And we're going to come on around just like that. We're going to bring some around in here. Just have a little fun with them. Just let them do the dance. Just have a ball with it. Just like that. Come on around like so. All right. See, it's not too bad. Okay. Let's get to the fun part, sweetheart. We're going to put our roses in there. Okay, remember, I'm not using any glycerin. This is just water and acrylic paint. So this stuff doesn't take long to dry. Okay, which is the reason why I use the water and not the glycerin. Because if I use glycerin on this, obviously it would be very, very wet still, and kind of hamper things there. Okay, remember there is two pieces, so you can actually kind of separate them. Okay, let's get a nice okay, let's get a nice dark mix going. For our florals, you kind of choose it's up to you what color you want. All right, we do have our greens and our reds and our oranges in here. And some of the orange with that green kind of turned it into, or some of the reds turned it into almost a purplish tint. So whatever color of rose you prefer will match with this. It could be white, it could be black or yellow, red. It could even be blue, but blue would just settle more into this instead of popping out. So you might want to tend toward the whatever light color roses so they can stand out. Okay, because you got such a bright background. All right. Okay. So as I'm mumbling and talking, trying to decide what to use, I'll get, once again, I think before I do anything, the way I'm going to do the roses for this, okay, I'm going to use this brush, gather up a nice dark color, and strategically put them in spots there. So I'm going into, believe it or not, purple. I'm going into purple. I do have some dioxazine purple, so I'll get plenty of purple here. Then I'm going into my phthalo blue with this purple. Okay. Then I'm going into a slight touch of red. All right. A wee bit of water, just a wee bit, not much. I need more paint than water. And I'm just gonna get general shapes. Now when I put this on here, whatever part I want blended, I'm gonna have to do it immediately, because once it dries, it's dry. Okay, all right. So let's put one guy right here. Okay. So we'll put a fella right in here. And we'll kind of have him kind of droop down here like this. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to just start blending some stuff. Okay, there's some stuff that's going to hang around in the background there, like that. I'm going to put that background in there like that. Okay, so we're going to put stuff on top of that. All right, so it has to be faded a little bit. All right, we're not going to concentrate on getting rid of all of that orange you see in between. You need some of that brightness to peek through from time to time. Got me? Okay, let's put one. We'll put one here. Let me have them flare outward like that. Now, as I'm doing this, I got to think of where I'm going to fade some of that. Okay, use my finger, go on the outside edges there, like that. So we got something around in here. Okay. All right, that's two dark patches there. I'm just getting a little bit of water, getting a little bit of purple, a little bit of the blue, get a little touch of red, make it pretty dark there. All right, so we got two. You know what? Let's put something here, right on top of the crease, just like that, and we'll kind of have it fade out on the bottom here, like that. Okay, something like that. And we might even put, we'll put a fella right in here, kind of blotch him right here, and have him come out toward this area up in here somewhere, and we'll just fade him out like that. Okay. I'm just looking, because I'm looking at composition right now. Remember, these guys, once they're dry and it's done, they can be split apart a little bit. Follow me? Guess we'll put a little something right here. I'll just kind of circle it here. Deep circle right here. And maybe we'll just kind of blur out that edge there. Just like that, but we'll keep that circle pretty deep in there. Like that. Okay, that should be enough, more or less. We're going to go back into our 1/2-inch brush before I do the leaves, or do the petals. So we'll give it all that purple blue mix a chance to dry. All right. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's go back into our 1/2-inch brush. We're going to put some more detailed leaves in the midst of all of that. All right. These leaves will be a little brighter, so they kind of stick out. They won't be as flamboyant, really don't need to be, but they do need to be considerably brighter, so these don't just swallow them up. Remember, these fellows back there are in the background. Okay. All right. Okie dokie then. Let's go back into our phthalo blue. We're going back into our yellow. And then we're going to go into our white. Let's get these guys a little brighter than what I would normally use for them. Okay. Get a little touch more blue in that. Get some water here. Loosen up the paint. I got plenty of thick paint here. These leaves have to be brighter. I might not make them as large. Maybe. It all depends. Okay, let's go. Now, usually I would use a medium to get these to blend or whatnot, but we're gonna have to do these quick, fast, and in a hurry, pretty much. Okay, let's get some leaves in these guys, brighter ones. Okay, so we'll start here. See the brightness there? You're gonna need that. Just like that. These are gonna overpower the other leaves. They have to be. Have to be a little brighter. And we're going to take a little time and really shape these fellas. Just like that. See this? See, now these guys are in front of everybody, so they have to be a little more refined. Just like that. Alright, I'm just getting a small touch of water, loosen up the paint. And remember, if it appears too bright, let it dry. Okay, all of these will dry flat. You follow me? We'll put one right here. It's okay. Just like that. And doesn't matter if they overlap. Let them overlap. A little more natural when they start overlapping. Alright. So I'm just looking at where things are. Okay, and you can reshape. You'll see. You can reshape, repattern these guys any way you want. Right now, I'm just laying the groundwork here. But they must stand out. Separate themselves from the back there. So you kind of have to think through your painting. You know, trying to plan these guys out a little bit. Let's put one right here. Just like that. Don't worry about them being overlapped and covering up the background leaves. That's what the background leaves are for. And remember, you're going to have petals from these roses overlapping some of these guys. Okay. So it's okay. It is all right. Let's get a little something in here. Right about in here, going in that direction. Just like so. Alright. Just getting a little water. Going back into my phthalo blue. Going back into a little bit of yellow. Going back into a little touch of, now I mean a little touch of white. Well, more than a little touch of white. I want them brighter. Brighter than what I would normally do these leaves. And remember, we're going to have a highlight and a shaded side to these leaves. These leaves are closer to us. They're right at us here. Okay. Let's have one kind of, we'll have him maybe bend this way a little bit. Like that. He's going to bend a little bit, so he's a little uneven. Come over here, bend it. And we're going to play around with that one. Some of these will be, like I say, some of these will be pretty much covered up fairly well. Let's go out here with this one. This one here, thin. You get a little thick right in here. You give it a little V point there, because some of these are going to be covered with the petals, and it's fine. Okay, come out here like this. Just like that. Like so. I'm just dipping my brush into a little bit of water. I'm stroking my brush. I'm flipping my brush, stroking in one direction. Get a nice even distribution of paint. Okay. All right. We'll pop one down this way. It's okay. Just like so. Just like that. Remember, these guys are going to be separated a little bit. If you could to hang them up, they would be separated. Maybe an inch or two. Just separate them from each other. Up to you, but I would definitely separate them. Let me have one come this way. Just like this. Nice size one there. Come on right over to the other side of the painting. Just like that. Just getting some more paint. Doing it like this also attaches your work together when you do doubles like this. Just like that. Come on, right over. Like that. Okay. I think I'm going to put a couple more in this fella right about here. And then we'll get to the shading and the shading and the shadow on both of these guys. I'm just lightening the color, getting a little bit of green here. Use a little bit more water. I got a lot of paint on the upper furrow of the brush. I'm getting rid of that, bringing it back down to the tip. Last two leaves. We will put it approximately. We'll put one right here. So I'm giving you guys different variations on how to do these leaves. Up to you. You don't have to do them this way if you don't want to. Just a little variation. Come down here like that. Come over here. Do the same thing. Just like so. Bring the center vein out. Sometimes you'll see the center. Sometimes you won't. When I do leaves that overlap each other, as you see, it's really your discretion, up to you, on which one will be the leaf on top, which one will be the leaf on the bottom. Really up to you. And that will come within the highlighting or the shading. And I'll show you examples of that in a few seconds. Alrighty then. So as I'm looking at this as a whole, I'm also looking at this as a separate piece. Because obviously, you see. Alright, okay. We're probably, more than likely, will stick with this 1/2" brush for the rest of the painting. Alright, okay. Let's get with some highlights and some shades on these leaves here. Okay. Well, let's work with the shading first. And before I do that, I will need some more paint. I would rather add paint when I'm making a video than to throw out a bunch of paint by the end of the video. So I'm going to use some phthalo blue. I ran out of phthalo, so I'll just get some more phthalo here. And I need some more yellow, because I definitely ran out of yellow. So, now can you use like sap green or whatever green? Sure. I'm more concentrated on showing you the technique than you know, the colors themselves. I'm just using colors that I want to use for this painting. Okay, let's go. We're going to work shadow first. So I'm getting some yellow, yellow and some phthalo blue, cat yellow, phthalo blue. We'll go for a more natural green. I'm going to add a little more blue. I'll try to get it on the darker side. These guys are in front of us, so we're going to really emphasize the depth of the leaves for these in front of us here. I'm working just purely with the shadow side right now. Remember, we're not working with glycerin. It's just water and acrylic paint. So whatever blending and shading you're doing, if it's got to be a soft blend, you have to probably do it with your fingers or a dry brush. Do it rather briskly before it dries, because you're just using water. Alrighty then. This is where all this background stuff will actually help you. Okay. Alright. So, obviously it's bright here. Let me get my head out of the way. It's bright here. So we're going to put the shading on this side. Okay. Alright, and here we go. Press. Put it in there. Press. Now with these fellas, be mindful. Just like that. Alright, I really don't have to add a vein on there. The vein will be a lighter color. But right now we're just concentrating on, obviously, the shadow. Okay. Shadow sides of these guys. And this is where you can kind of really shape your leaves, even when it's a shadowed part. Now remember, up to you which one you want, which plant you want to be overlapped, because you got these two hanging together here. And so I'll kind of give a little shadow to the underside of that leaf and leave it just like that. We're only working with the shadow side. Like I say, whatever leaf you want to be or want to overlap, entirely up to you. I'll put the shadow on this one over here. just like that. If you don't want to work on the shadow side first, you want to work on the lit side, you're more than welcome to do it that way also. Truly up to you. Okay. I'll put a little bit of shadow on this side. There's a reason for it. Just like so. So I'm really emphasizing. Come on down here. Really emphasizing that shadow. And as you notice, I'm not obviously putting the center vein in there. I'm not going to put this all center veins in shadow. But these guys are in front of us, so they will be emphasized a little bit more. Okay. Here we go. Just like that. Put them right in there. If you want to blend it, blend it. Use your finger, kind of softly blend it in there if you want to do it that way. Really up to you. But you're really going to see the difference once we put the highlight in there. Okay. We'll do it from actually, it would just be smart to do it from this side. Just like that. Put it right in there. Once again, this leaf work is wonderful practice for you. There we go. I found you. We'll put this one in here first. Just like that. It's up to you how you want to do this. Okay, definitely up to you. We're going to add some love in here too. Just like that. I'm going to come in here, add some residual stuff right in there. Just kind of fade that in. Use your finger, fade it right in there. I don't think I need to shadow up anything else really. Maybe a couple of bits of here, right here, just like that. Okay, I don't need to really do too much more to this as far as that's concerned. Let's have a little fun. Let's take some yellow. Put the yellow here. Take a little bit of white with that yellow. You got to beef up that yellow a little bit. One, yellow is very, very transparent, so you're going to need a little titanium white to kind of strengthen the yellow. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit more yellow to that white. As I'm looking at it, I'm going to add the tiniest tip of red into it. Tiniest bit. Okay. Tiniest bit. Maybe just a little bit of purple to gray it a little bit. Get a little purple tinge to that. Yes, I'm using purple. Just a little bit. Okay. Not as much water, because you want to try to keep the shiny part a little opaque. Little opaque. Okay, we're going to go for the bright side here. All right, and here we go. We'll start with this one. And we're going to take it and we're going to kind of get that center vein in there, just like that. These fellows will really start to pop out here. It's really a flick of the wrist, to be honest with you. Okay, get a little center thing going there. Come up in here. Those striations will really help you out there. All right. We're going to do every one. I like the striations. If you don't like them, blend them. Okay, I like them. Just like that. Give a little push there with some of these fellas. So you can add a nice little gentle fade to these guys. Okay. Take your time. Don't rush it. This fella right here. Put that line in there real strong like that. I'm just getting a slight touch of water just to loosen up the paint a little bit. Just like that. Hopefully like I said, my head wasn't blatantly in the way of most of these. I'm gonna try to be mindful of that. Take my finger and wipe some of that just to soften it a little bit. Don't forget the center vein. These are obviously very stylized. Okay. Soften that edge. Give it a little push if you want. A little push. Come on in. Push. Come on in. Push. Come on in. Push. Come on in. Add a little point there. Just like that. See, you can make them look pretty wild looking. It's okay. This is water and paint, so it dries very fast. So if you end up doing a commission for somebody and they kind of want it quick, fast, and in a hurry, acrylic more or less will be the way to go. Especially if you choose the acrylic and water route. Because just about almost when you put it on, it dries. Okay, but when it dries, because of its drying nature, drying that fast, if you want to do layers, obviously you wait for it to dry, you add on another layer, wait for it to dry, add another layer, so on and so forth. Okay, all right, and we're gonna still play just a little bit. We're gonna play with that background light. Even though these leaves are in front of us, we're gonna tease a little bit of the red, a little bit of orange in there, just a little bit. I'm going into my red right now. Now red is an extremely strong color, be very careful. Okay, pure red. I might touch it with a little bit of white, just a little bit. The brighter your highlight, the less of it you need, to be honest with you. So we're gonna come here and we're just gonna glaze a little bit of that red up in there. See that? Just play around with it a little bit. All right. Just a little bit, a little dab will do you, like that old hair commercial. And if you must, it's another little tip, go a little bit further than your plant, than your leaf, when you're adding something so bright. I'm just getting a little more white, a little more red, just a slight touch. Because once again, just a little dab will do you when you're doing things like this. Just a little quick dab will do, just like that. Okay, so wherever you see a little bit of red, just add some of that red, just a little bit. All right, just a slight bit. Okay, all right, let's get some more. Let's get some yellow. We're gonna add yellow into that red. You would need a lot more yellow than you ever would use red, because we're going to get some of that orange in there. Now I added a lot of yellow to the red, so it's got that orange tint. We add a little white to kind of beef up that orange color. All right, just a small corner of water. Now we have orange. Now you can play around with the orange a little bit. Wherever you see little bits of orange, add a little bit of orange. more of a glaze than anything, but it's definitely there. Okay. So you can start adding tiny shades of orange to some of these. Certain spots where you see the orange background, add that little bit of orange. You'll still see the yellow. Just add a little orange in there. Okay. Just where you see little bits of that orange light in the background, you tease a little bit of orange in there. All right, you don't have to do every one. Just like that. Don't have to always start from the back, start from the middle. See this? See that? I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. Okay. Let's have fun with our friends here. Now, for those of you who would like to emulate this painting, okay, this is a surefire way to get yourself started. We've already got our dark foundation for the roses. Okay, let's start with this one. Now, remember, whatever rose you start out, whatever flower you start out with first, and you have a group of flowers, that one will more than likely will have other flowers that's going to lay on top of that. So whatever you do first, keep in mind that's the one that's probably going to be covered with other flowers. You follow me? Or other petals from the other flowers. Or depending on the spacing and what style of flower you have. Okay. All right, so let's start with a direction. What direction do I really want this thing to go? Maybe I'm just getting a chalk pencil. Maybe I'll have the bowl here. You guys can't see it. I'm not pressing hard enough, and now you're not going to be able to see that. So, we'll do it this way. Let's get a little bit of red. Let's get a little bit of phthalo blue. Mix it together. It just makes a very dark, deep purple. I'm not going to add any white to it, but this is going to be darker than what you see down there. So, let's say the bowl's here. You guys should maybe almost see this. Maybe. The bowl's right here. Something like that. So we'll just have it going there. Maybe we'll just have it going in this direction. Okay. I'll take a little sliver of white. Let you know how purple it is there. And we'll just, the bowl's right here. Alright. And we'll just kind of put that in there. We'll just kind of fade that in there like that. Okay, so you pretty much see where the bowl is here. All right, there, you guys see where it is now. All right, so we'll have our flowers kind of come up in that direction. Okay, so we'll just add little slivers of white today. A little bit of water, a little touch of water. We'll use this white because well, it depends on how wet it should be totally dry, so I don't think we're gonna have too much wet. So we'll do with a purple flower. Now, I'm working with a purple flower, so it's gonna have to be lit up pretty good, so it really doesn't get too swallowed in by everything else. Okay, so right here, we'll start with a teardrop right here. We'll start with a teardrop right here, and maybe a little something right there. All right, a couple right here, a little longer like that, and we'll kind of give him a little something there and scoop him in just like that. Just, really give it a little press there. Okay, all right. Okie dokie. We're gonna be using a lot of white and purple for this one. This is a purple flower, so I'm just getting some purples, getting some white, get a little touch of water. My brush strokes are back and forth. I'm flipping the brush over, so still gets a pretty decent sharp edge there, like that. There you go. Okay. All right, let's work on the fellows in the back. Now you see you got leaves, and we're gonna cover those leaves there. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna aim everything. We'll put a little dot right there. Okay, so all roads lead to Rome when it comes to these strokes. So let's do an outside one. We'll come out here and we'll kind of curve it in like that. All roads lead to Rome there. Okay, so we'll do it like that. Get one a little higher, and we'll kind of come down there like that. That's one petal. Okay, and you see it's coming over there in that direction. Let's go over here, and we'll just kind of maybe curve them like that. Curve, curve, and we'll kind of curve him in there like that. That's petal number 2. Okay, we got this guy in the back here. Remember, all roads lead to Rome. Let's put a little peak. Let's go like down like that, and then we get it shorter like this. We'll come here, aim it in that direction. Okay. All right. So now you got your circular little pattern here, because these guys are right in front. Kind of lighten him up a little bit there. We'll give him a little push, lighten him up, a little push, and we'll just lighten him in there like that. Do the same thing here. Just kind of aim him right towards that dot. A little push and aim it towards the dot. A little push. You're pushing into that rim of color there. Okay. Just like that. Like I say, we'll just aim it toward that dot there. All right. We're going into our titanium white. Go back into a little touch of purple. Just keep working at it. You get the color you're looking for. It's just 2 colors, white and purple. Dioxazine purple and titanium white, that's all. And some water. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's work with, okay, there's the bowl. So let's work with some petals. Actually, before I do that, we got the bowl here. Okay. Let's kind of circle this around. Let's do this. Let's kind of circle like that. And we're going to make it kind of thick. Well, let's give it a little lip there. And keep it thin. Give it a little bowl. Keep it thin like that. All right. Just for that guy. All right. There's a reason why I did that. Now let's work on the outside guys back there. The outside, well, we're going to kind of go over the leaf here. So we're going to come here. We'll just kind of sketch out one like this. Boom, like that. We're going to come on. These are the guys underneath. We come over here like that. And right around in here, we're going to kind of curve him around just like that. All roads lead to Rome. They lead to that dot. Okay. All right. They're underneath. So they might be a little bit darker. Except maybe for that one. These guys might be a little bit darker. So I'm just going to get a little touch of water here. Once again, all roads lead to Rome over there. Don't get rid of that dark though. See this? Go follow that leaf pattern. Follow that dot. Just like that. All right. Going to go here. We're going to do the same thing. Follow that dot. I'm going a little bit past where I did the initial stroke. Follow that dot. Just like that. It all starts to build together. Press. Follow that where that dot is. And then you see I'm not going all the way in, so it kind of gives you the appearance of a translucent flower a little bit there. Okay. All right. Let's go back to this fella. There's a reason why I'm emphasizing this guy. This guy, his perspective is different. Okay. His dot will be in the middle, right down here on the bottom. And you're going to emphasize that. Let's get a little bit of white. This is where you're going to be pretty gentle with your brush. This flower actually is a little tiny for this brush, but we're gonna still show you here. It's gonna be brighter. You gotta see the stroke pattern here for this. Okay, so the horizon or the vanishing point for that will be that little dot right there for this fellow, because he's facing us. So let's start from the middle. We give it a slight push, and you aim it toward that dot. Slight push, a little higher, aim it toward the dot. As you're going on the other side of the leaf, it follows that dot. Same thing with this fella. You curve them around and just follow it. There you go. All right. Now remember, these guys here are in front of us, so they get a little brighter, little love over here. Over here. Okay. They get a little. Got some marks in here. Curve them, just like that. Okay. All right. We're going to go back into our white and purple a little bit. This fella here, we'll give him a slight touch. We'll push up. Oh, not bright enough. That's not, definitely not bright enough. It needs a little more white, a lot more white. Now the white will be tinted with this purple, so it's not totally white. Now we're going to do that again, right here. A little push. Okay, just like that. Well, might give a little love to this. I'm going to give a little push, come out there like that. A little push, come out. A little push, bring him in there like that. Okay, same thing with this fella. Give it a little push, come on out. A little push. Give him a little tip there. Boom. Come out, give a little push. Curve him in there. Like so. Normally, let's go outward with him. Let's go out, come in, go outward, come in. And then we're gonna give him a little push and go that way. There we go. I'm just rounding it out a little bit more than I normally would. This fella here can do with a little bit of light, not much. Just like that. Give him a little push, curve it inward. Now this paint's a little opaque, so it will kind of sit up there like that. Just like so. I don't really have to kind of over highlight everything, but what we got here is pretty cool. Give him a little touch of something right there. All right. Now, maybe you want darker petals in here. They will be a little smaller petals. Okay, I'm just taking some darker purple, mixing it into the white. Now my paint's getting tacky, so I have to add a little water to it, smooth that up a little bit, get a little more purple. It doesn't matter how much purple you put into the white, it's never going to be that true super dark purple, but it will be darker than what you previously laid down there. Okay. Okay. And we're going to get some inside petals. A little push right in there, little directional petals. Just like that. And you can put some more tiny guys in there like that. And I'll leave it be. All right, so that fills all of that in. Okay. All right. That guy is pretty much, he's done. Let's move over a little bit. Let's move over to this fella right here. Okay. This guy, we'll have his bowl go in this direction like this. So he's facing the opposite side. Okay, like that. I can kind of smooth that underneath. Just like this. And we'll kind of round him out there. All right. Okay, we're going to get a nice little edge of white. And we're just going to push up and scoop it in. Push up. It's that little rim of paint there. See this? All right, and you can smooth that out. The edge is what I'm looking for. You can smooth out the rest of that. But you kind of see where the light's going right there. You need that kind of edge there, like that. Okay. I'm cleaning off my brush. I'm going into nothing but purple, just deep purple for 1 second, because we're just going to come in, kind of round that off a little bit. See, you can kind of shape that. Look at that instant shading right there. See how simple that was? How it disappears into that darkness in there. Okay. All right. We're not going to waste that purple. We're going to go back into our white. Now, the more water you add to this paint, the more transparent your petals will become, not may. The reason why I said that, we'll work on the outside, guys. You see where it's a little bit of green back there? So we're going to make these petals kind of translucent. So we're just going to come here and we're just going to kind of play around with that outside stuff there. Just like that. And we'll curve them in. That's one petal. Okay, just like that. We're going to come out here. We're going to add one in there like that. All right, just like that. Give it a little push if you got to. Give it a little edge, just like that. Come on in. Now you got a petal hanging around under there. Okay, let's make sure we're totally in focus. I think we're good. And this is where you get to have a good time here. We're making petals that are very thin, so you get to see some of that leaf work in there. Okay, it's all out in here. We can come out here and we can just add a little something in there. This is very watered down paint. As it dries, you're gonna see this stuff operate there. Okay, and it's really, really light. Okay, just like that. Okay, all right, as you can see, it's drying, but you still see stuff underneath that. It's that little trick you can do. All right, okay, let's go into some deep purple here. I'll put it right here, right by me. Some deeper purple, a little solid purple. I got water on the brush. I never cleaned wipe the brush off. We got deeper purple. Okay, so we'll start messing with leaves. We're gonna mess with leaves that's gonna cover some of that. These are deeper. Well, let's go over here. Let's go here with these guys first. We'll start going this way. We'll start putting it in. I'm gonna need plenty of purple for this. Hold on one second. Just a slight touch of water. Get more purple. I got plenty of the purple here, so okay. And we'll start working these out here. Right up in here. Put them right in there. And then I'm gonna go in the other direction. That's one down. We'll start working one here. Coming on the outside like this. Boom, boom. Have them come out. Really come out. Go past that leaf there. Just like that. Now, once I do this, you start working with highlights. All that good stuff. You'll see in a second. Okay. Let's get some more purple. Because I pretty much know where I'm going to go with this. So, and I'll show you. Get a little touch of water. Do some of the inside leaves coming from this guy. So they're going to be a little more rounded. We'll come here, boom, 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 like that. I'm going to come out here with this one. This one's going to come out, flare out, right up there. Boom, go right up in there. We're going to form those petals out of that. It looks like a concentrated mess, but it's not. Go into our white. Lighten up that purple a little bit, man, make it a little more opaque. Now, since I'm working with water and not glycerin, all right, I'm gonna make the paint a little loose, a little more flowing, but it requires just a soft touch. You'll see. Now you'll work with the edges. Let's work with this fella. We're gonna take it and give it a little push and guide it in. A little push, guide him in. A little push. See that little push of color there? And you guide it in, just curve him in. Just like this. Okay. If I gotta make that brighter, I will. Looks like I might have to make that a little brighter. You'd be surprised how much white you would need. But we're gonna get a nice rim of brightness there so you can differentiate. There we go. Where we're going here with this. Those striations really help. Tells you where you're going with your flower there. So that's one. You got one back here. A little push. A little push. Sometimes all you need is a push just to get that rim of color. Okay. As you go higher. You go higher. See that? And we're gonna corner him. We're gonna put him right in there like that. Boom. Put him in like so. Alright. You can have petals all over the place. It's really up to you how you want to do this, for yourself. Let's have one come here. We're gonna go the opposite way like this. Boom, boom. We're gonna guide him outward like that and bring him in. Just like this. Okay. Just like that. Now I'm gonna show you something. Because I already know what it's gonna look like. You don't. I'm taking a little bit, just the regular purple. Right in here. You're gonna deepen that right there. So it kind of showcases that outer petal. There, we just bring that, shade that in a little deeper. See, that's the outer petal right there. Okay, and it just curves in. Alright, okie dokie. Once you get accustomed to doing this, you can pretty much form and shape these any way you desire. Okay, you got some stuff down here. Let's water this up a little bit. Make it a little translucent. Right up in here. You got some stuff going on. Right in here like this. Just like that. Bring it in there. Just like that. You got some. I'm going to outline some of these fellas here. All it takes is just an outline, just like this. Okay, I can smooth all that out there, just like that. Okay, all right. We got something else here. Just like that, and we'll come here and give a nice little highlight there, like that one, just like that. And then we're gonna. Sometimes it just takes a little touch, a light touch, just like that. Let's put something in here, make it frill out a little bit here. We're going into just purple right now, just deep purple. We'll come here and we'll just kind of, I can emphasize that darkness in there. Okay, just like that. And we'll kind of fan that outward so it kind of blends into those guys. Now we got a nice little deep pocket of color in there. All right, and all you need right now is just a touch of white. In a corner of water, just loosen it up just a little bit. That water will help the blend. All right, and we'll add some stuff here. We'll add, let's go here like this. Come here, come out, and we're gonna do a nice little deep curve right in there like that. Fill that in. Now you got another outside petal. You see that? Afterward, you would need a lot of white because we're just gonna build the edge. That's all you need. So we're gonna come here, we're gonna do the same thing again. A little touch, boom. Just a little touch, little touch, little touch, little touch, little touch. See that? See how it brings it out there like that? You can still get a little curvature in here. Just pop that out. The brighter you have it, the more it sticks out. I'll put another batch of petals right in there like that. Smooth that out there. Yeah. Don't think I need too much in there. I'll put another little curl in here like that. Put a little something in there going downward like so. All right, I like this here. I'll emphasize a nice little, just like that. It curves around here. There. So we got a nice little petal curving inward in there. Now, since I did that, I have to emphasize the darkness into that. Right in here, it just gets a little darker in there. So you can emphasize, there's a little pocket in there. You'll start to see these more and more the more you get accustomed to doing these. Okay, all right. Let's get a little water. Back and forth. And we'll pop in some. And we'll come in like that. And we'll do the here too. Come out here. Just like that. Just get a little something going in there. Like that. And you got petals. Have a different approach with this one. This guy here, we have more of a bowl shape. So we're going to come in real tiny, right in here. We'll just kind of get a little bowl, a little circle shape like that. Okay. Okay. We'll do another one right here. Right here, a little longer like that. And then we'll do one right here, a little longer like that. Come over here, come out there like this. Come here like that, just like that. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to go from, get some white here. I'm just getting titanium white. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to just give a push inward and just push and let it go outward. Push inward, go outward. Push inward, go out. Push inward, curve it. And we're going to go this way with it. All right. Push inward, go down, push inward. See this? Push inward. And we're going to circle it. Come on in there. We're going to fade that right out there. I'm just getting a little water because my paint's getting tacky. Push inward and go that way. Push inward. Come over here. Push inward. Go that way. Push inward. Still keep that curvature, and you wipe this away. Smooth that right out. Okay, we're gonna come here, do the same thing, push inward here, go further down, push inward, further down, smooth all that out. Smooth that, blend that right out there. So this guy is kind of curved. He's still like, he didn't fully blossom yet, this fellow. So we brighten up where it's being curved at. We fade out from the outside, going in. Okay. So right here, when they get smaller, all you gotta do really just emphasize the brightness there, just like so. And we come on the other side, you go in the other direction. So it's just implied. You follow me? We're going into purple. I have white on my brush, so it's not a true deep dark purple, but it's in there. We're gonna come and we'll flare out some stuff. We'll give it a little push. We'll flare it out that way, a little darker there. Get some peaks going in there. See this? See that? It's a push. You go inward. Push. Inward. Push. Inward. Push. Inward. Push. Inward. Okay. Let's get a little point for that one. Just go inward like that. Just like so. Fade it right in there like that. So I got a little cabbage rolls happening here. We're gonna come out here, give it a little push, and you bring it in. A little push, bring it in, fade it right in there. See that? We're gonna get some over that leaf also. So I'm grabbing more purple, get a little touch of water. Go right over that leaf. Right, matter of fact, we're going to do one of these numbers. We're going to come around just like that. And we're going to come around just like that. And we'll bring it out this way. Fill it in. Don't have to be perfect. Just fill it right in. Now watch what I'm going to do here. All right, watch. Let's get a raw white again. It's all in the framing of the flower now. We're going to come here. Get a little touch there. Give it a little push. A little push. We're going to curve that. Push. Go down below. Push. Push. I'm doing this on purpose. Push. Push. Like that. And you take it. Now remember, an outside leaf petal has a different perspective point. It would be like right here. Okay. So now you got it cupped over that leaf. It brings it right out. See that? Okay. So now you pretty much see how it's done. Let's get a little bit of accent right here. And all I'm doing is just pushing the paint. See that? And guide it. Aim it in there like that. See that? See how you can manipulate and do whatever you would like. You can manipulate this stuff to your will, however you want it. Look at this. I'll have it come out this way. We're just gonna fade that inside a little bit. We give him a little line there. See that? See how it just jumps out at you? Okay. That's the key to all of this. All right. You will get used to doing these. We have 2 more to go and I'll let you go. Let's come over here to this fella right here. Okay, this one here, he's kind of going in that direction because the bowl would be right here. You see that darkness right there, and then everything else will scoop out that way. So let's do something with that. Actually, let's put him a little more on the blue side. And I got people ringing me. They don't know I'm doing this. They don't know I'm doing this. So, but it's okay. I'll get back to them. I'm gonna mix some of this phthalo in the blue together here. It makes a really pretty neat color. Okay, this guy. Let's go this way. We're gonna start with the petals going outward. Let's go here. Let's give it a little slight push and you bring it in. Slight push, bring it in. Slight push. I'm just blocking out things here. Slight, bring it in. We're gonna curve him in. This fella here, he's right here. Now, obviously, you guys can't see really what my idea is as of yet, but you'll see in a second. Now, we're going to go over here. Give it a strong push, and we're going to just guide that right in there. I'm just blocking in color as of right now. We're going to guide that. See, I kind of know where I'm going to go with this. I'm going to turn it around. We're going to have a flipped petal. You guys don't see it yet, but you will when I highlight. Okay, and then we're going to come here and give it a little slight line there. So this petal is actually right here. The whole thing is like right in here. It's going to be very cool looking when I show it to you. So it's flipped here, flips outside, and it goes around right in here. Goes around. I have it go around behind this other fellow like that. Okay, you guys can't tell yet. Maybe you might, because it's starting to look like a lily. Okay, all right. Now watch what happens when I bring a nice rim of white. I'm putting it in with this blue. Okay, so hold on for 1 second here. Just a tiny bit of water. I don't want to dilute it too much. I still want to keep that brightness. Okay, ready? I'll take a little touch. Little touch. Push, little touch. Push. See this? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to scoop that inward like that. Okay. You want the outside to have the brightness there. And I give it a little curve right there. Inside, you want to kind of fade that in there. All right. Okay, we're going to take that same technique, and what you're going to do is aim it in the other direction. Get a little bit of water, just a slight touch of water. All right. Now, as you can see, it's going outward, out here. We're going to do a flip now. You see, it ends right here. I'll just re-emphasize this there. Okay, it ends there. We're going to go from there and go outward. See, out, out, outward, outward. And you're going inside, curve it around, inside, out, curve it inward. See how that twist happens? Okay. I'm gonna have to be a little careful. I just want to show you the example, but I don't want the paint starting to dry up. The push, go outward. And he's going behind the other plant. Just a little push there. I'm gonna get that stronger rim of paint just to emphasize what direction we're going in there. There. See the turn? All right. Put a little line right there. You connect it. Let's strengthen, because once it dries flat. So what maintained its brightness for a few seconds disappears. That's when you can come over, go back over it again, emphasize it some more. Doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. You can emphasize that line there. Now you can see it. Okay. All right, we got one here. Let's do a fold right here. Let's go like this, like this, like this, and we'll make it kind of disappear in there like that. All right. But now we got something here. Give it a little touch there, a little touch, bring it in, touch, bring it in, touch, bring it right on around. And maybe I'll just go on the outside here, bring it in like that, just like that. Okay. All right. That's not too bad, not too shabby. I'm just getting a little touch of water. I see another fold. I see another folded petal. I'll show you where it is. It's like doing mountains. You don't know what you're going to do with the mountains until you start doing them and doing them and doing them. Right here. Let's come here. I'm going to give it a little push, but I'm going to kind of guide it that way. A little push, guide it. Get rid of some of that. A little push. A little push. That's the back end of the flower right here. Right here. Now you got that darkness up in there. Okay. So we can kind of, sometimes it just takes a little dab will do you there, just like that. very mysterious because you don't know what's happening in there. Okay, I'm gonna take a little phthalo blue. I did not take the white off my brush. Don't need to. Just a little phthalo blue. It's mixing in with the white, so it's never totally dark. You want it dark, but you still want to see a little something in there. Okay, so in here we can just kind of play around with some. See, it's dark, you know, and then you can take it and you just flip it around, flip it around, flip it around, just like that. You kind of make a little bowl there, flip it right around, and come out this way. Keep playing with it there, just make it disappear in there. You just don't know where it's going. Okay. Come out here, create something right in here. Push, push, just like that. All right. Okay. So before I forget, let's pull back out a little bit because we're nearing the end. We got one more left. Let's pull back out. Dip into a little yellow. I'll find a dry spot here. And then some white paint to beef up that yellow. I am just tapping it in there. No water. And like say for down right here. You just give it a couple playful little touches. Just like that, little stamens in there. This guy right here, same thing. See that? Little touches there. Twirl your brush around a little bit. Okay. A little bit in here. I can take it, I'll just give it a slight push. Just like that. Come past some of the petals there. Get a little wildness to it there. See that? All right. Even here, you can have a little fun in here because you know this flower here, it's going all over the place. Kind of bring it out there like that. Popping a couple of them in here. See that? Have it trail over here. You got a couple over here, but stuff like that. All right. All right. Okie dokie. Kind of ties everything together, you know. We're almost done. I'm almost let you go here. Let's go back to our 1/2 inch brush. Final flower. Let's bring it right there. Okay, so we have this fella. I think I'll just have him circle around that way. We're going to go into our blue, go into our red, because I kind of ran out of purple, Dioxazine purple, so it's alright, I'll make my own. Okay. And I'm going to add just a slight bit of white to that. Okay. Needs a little touch more red. You got two very strong willed colors battling here. Okay, that should be good. Get a little bit of water. Loosen this paint up a little bit. Okay, let's straighten some of this out. All right, so we're gonna go. Let's kind of have him peek, turn up here, kind of peek there, and we'll just kind of scoop him around in there like this. You're not gonna see it. It's pretty dark, I know, but that's okay. There, something like that. Let's get nothing but white. Nice rim of white. And we'll just kind of give it a little push, shell him out there. A little push, come out there, a little push, come out there, a little push, come on out there, a little push, go in the other direction, a little push, out in the other direction, give him a little push, out in that other direction. just like so. Okay, we're gonna build red off that guy. Okay, let's do something. Let's come in here like that, in here like that, in here like that, come up into it, up, come in, and come in, just like that. So we got another one right in here. Nice little rim of color right up in there. Okay. Get a little bit of white. And we're going to kind of emphasize a little bit if I can. Nope, need more white. Got dark on me. It's okay. I'll use some of that dark to my advantage here, back down here. So, right in here, give it a little touch here, just like that. Come down, right there, nice little rim there. Come back around a little further. It curves inward. Put it right in there. Curve it. That's the more important part. This here can be faded away. Just like that. Fade it right in there. Don't worry about all of this. That's going to be covered anyway with all sorts of petals and stuff. Alright, so we got that going on in there. Okay. We can have something kind of give it a little push. We have it curl out. A little push. Curl them out. A little push. Outward. It's going in the other direction. Really bring it out there. Just like that. Don't worry about all of this. Can be faded away. Just like that. Get something out here like this. Just like that. Curve all that away in there. Just like that. Let's go into our bluish color. Let's get a little bit of red. Make it nice and deep purple there. And we're gonna start adding let's add some darkness in there for 1 minute. Just like that. Kind of deepen that. Circle it. And we're gonna kind of get a nice little bowl going right in here. Just like that. Boom. Boom. Just like that. Have it just kind of disappear right over there. Right over that fella. Right over that leaf. Just like that. Add a little point going the other way. Okay. Just like that. And we're going to get another cup of, another batch of color there. I'm going to use white once again. Just cleaning off the brush. Getting some white, whatever residual white I got left anyway. I don't have much white left, but that's okay. Right in here. Another little bowl of color there. Come out here. We're going to do the same thing. Come here. Come here. Bring it out there. Go the other way. Other way. Other way. Curve it. Other way. Curve it right in there like that. But you got this fella right here. Curve him. Curve him in. Curve him in. Curve him in. Just like that. Curve it right in there. Okay. So we're right just up in here. So we're going to get some curving this way, that way, just like that. And we're going to come out here, get some this way. These are like the fellows right behind everybody. You come out here, give it a little push, little push, little push, just like that. And we're going to build our petals off of that. Totally clean the brush. I don't have too much white left at all. So I'm going to use what I can. I think this should make it. We hope. We'll see. Little push. Boom. Push. Little push. Angle it. Get a little push. Angle it right in there. Just like so. Angle that. Get those strokes right there. Angle it right in there. And we're gonna give it a little line right in there so it adds right in. Okay, take my finger, blend that softly, just like that. Going back into my very light white. Get some wild ones, just like that. Just like so. We're almost done. Put it in there. That important rim of white paint. You see you got your little, almost an accordion shape in there. Going around. You capture that flow, you got half your battle there. Going into what's left of my phthalo blue. Maybe a little touch of red in there. A little hint of water to get the paint to flow. We'll throw some inside petals in there. Just right in here. They're dark on purpose. Okay, and then we'll kind of have it kind of circle around, and we're going to go on the other side here. Just like that. And then we'll kind of curve it in there. You don't see that, of course, because we need the tiniest bit of white to frame that, to which I got very little of. Don't know if this will work. We'll see. All I need is, there we go. It's just a line of white paint. Right there. Just a line of paint. Just a line of paint. Just like that. You guys get accustomed to this the more you do it. Alright. Trust me, you will. Honestly. You will get accustomed to doing these. You will see petals and things pop out of nowhere. Okay. You will get accustomed to it. I don't have any more white paint, and we're at the last seconds of the painting. So I will use my yellow, pure yellow, and I will tap in. There we go. Just like so. Paint in water. No glycerin or anything. Okay. As I'm talking to you and I'm finishing this up, I would like to thank you guys for, I'll put it right here. Thank you for watching this. I do appreciate it. If anybody's interested in this, you guys know, just contact me on either Messenger or email me. PayPal links up there on the, you guys see where it is. I just made a mistake. It's not 20, it's 21. But you know, it happens. There we go. I'll put the 20 back. And 21. There we go. It is 21. Still, here we go, 121. All right. Anyway, there you have it. Like I say, with a painting like this, I mean, it's practically dry. I'll just kind of unpeel it there, and I'll just kind of separate it a little bit. You can separate this guy. When you hang it up, you separate it. It'll look much like something like that. Okay, so he's still kind of connected here or there. Of course, you know, got that ugly splotch of orange red there in between them, but you know. But that's basically what it would look like if you chose to, you know, do it that way. Like I said, they're both 10 by 10. Okay. Canvas. All I got to do really is just varnish it, and it's really pretty much done deal. That bright orange and red in the back helps silhouette all that greenery back there. Okay. Lost and found method for your leaves in the background and all that good stuff. But anyway, like I said, there you have it. All right. You either put them together or separate them. It would be good for a corner wall. If you had, you know, the corner of a wall, you can kind of do one of those numbers with it. You know. So anyway, in any way you want, you know, you can have it out there or up there, you know, whatever. So it's pretty neat. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this. Leave comments down below. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Speak to me. Let me know. All right. Until next time.